Hello YouTube land and welcome to Force In Unison live reacts video. Today we're gonna cover the Nintendo Direct E3 2018, baby, and we're hyped here. Of course, Caleones is almost shitting on his pants because he's ready for all the Nintendo goodness coming down his throat. Anyway, with that said, will Nintendo show a new Pikmin? Will Nintendo show Animal Crossing? Or more Smash? But anyway, the best part is that we're gonna have a little bit of fun. And of course, joining me, like always, Caleones. How you doing, Caleones?
Hey, how you doing, Dantes? How you doing, everybody? And of course, I'm really excited. This is the last conference of E3, and it is the Nintendo conference. Of course, most of our audience, you can pretty much say that most of them are Nintendo fans, and I'm pretty sure that all of them are looking forward to it. And I don't know, I feel like something special is going to happen today. Pretty well, or I'm saying it because I've been a little disappointed with some of the other conferences and what has been happening. But of course, it's not going to be about too many game reveals. Probably more so about us finally seeing games like Metro Prime 4, like Fire Emblem, like games that have been announced already, but we haven't been able to see yet. So that's some of the things that we're looking forward to. Of course, there's other big franchises that we want them to appear as well, but we'll see what happens with it. But Dantes, go ahead and take it away.
Anyway, let's do that quick rigmarole because we're getting close to the event. 6 minutes to go, so let me do my thing. I want to welcome everybody to Force In Unison Live Reacts, the Nintendo Direct E3 2018 edition, right here at the Force In Unison Gaming channel. Please remember to subscribe, like, and comment so you can make all these crazies MFs happy. Also, please remember, hey, this is a Nintendo show, so let's promote it, Caleones. We have a Nintendo podcast called the Get In and Get Out Nintendo podcast every Saturday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You can get that podcast on SoundCloud and iTunes for free. Just a quick tidbit. Go to the description box below so you can see the full channel schedule. We don't do only Nintendo. We do other stuff. So go down there, familiarize yourself with this beautiful, beautiful channel. Also, we have a Facebook page called @Force In Unison Gaming. And finally, and Dantes says finally, go to chiguerosnews.com and give some clicks and love to my boy Caleones. With all that said, Caleones, are you ready? I said, are you ready? Yeah. For the no one attendance and the no one watching around the world, let's get ready for Reggie's Nintendo Direct. Is your bodies ready, baby? Well, we're waiting for it. While we wait, Caleones, if you want to talk about your most exciting games, I'm going to set up something over here quickly.
Okay, so based on what we saw last year Nintendo presentation at E3, they had, they announced or said that they were working on Metro Prime 4. Of course, afterwards we've been hearing about either leaks or rumors about Bandai Namco helping Nintendo work on Metroid Prime 4, and that's one that everybody wants to see, especially if it's going to continue with the same first-person adventure mode, or how the original three were. There's also rumors about a possibility of a Metroid Prime trilogy releasing as well. If it does, that'll be great because we can all get to experience the entire Metroid Prime series on one system. There's again Fire Emblem. It was revealed last year and it was announced as a 2018 title. So that's another one that we want to see. We haven't seen anything from Fire Emblem. Not talking about Fire Emblem Warriors, but the proper Fire Emblem game. That's one that we know is coming out. Nintendo said that it's 2018, but we haven't even gotten a glimpse of it. So that's another one that I'm looking forward to. Then we have the wild cards because Pokemon, we already saw Pokemon. Pokemon company, they released the trailer showing us the games, or talking about showing the two games plus the third one that will be coming out next year. I don't expect us to see the Pokemon game that will be coming out next year. That's probably going to be for later. But since we already saw that, then what I'm really looking forward to, and you can attest to this, Dantes, we want to see what's happening with Animal Crossing. We want to see what's happening with Pikmin 4, with the new, maybe Luigi's Mansion 3, Star Fox. I mean, they're talking about Star Fox, the possibility of Retro Studios working on a Star Fox game. So hopefully, we're gonna see that, since it's been like probably over 4 years since we've heard anything from Retro after they released Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. They've been said to be working on something, but we have no idea what it is. But the rumors do show that it's probably going to be a Star Fox game. So, of course, looking forward to that one as well. But Dantes, out of all the different possibilities, and this is talking about first party, we're not even touching third party yet. Of course, what everybody wants to know about third party is, basically Fortnite. So if Fortnite will be releasing, and if it's going to be available right after the conference, if it is. But for you, Dantes, what are you most looking forward to in this presentation?
I'm just looking for some excitement. This E3 has been a little bit underwhelming, in my opinion. Hasn't been as good as other years. I mean, last year was great with Nintendo, with Xenoblade Chronicles, Super Mario Odyssey, the Breath of the Wild DLC. Sony, showed the goods with Days Gone, of course, Spider-Man, God of War, and even Microsoft. Well, Microsoft, I think, was the struggle a little bit last year, but there was a lot of exciting games that I'm into, which is, of course, single-player games. This year, I felt that it's being a little bit rougher. I think, analyzing Sony's press conference, I was really harsh on it when I reviewed it last night with you, Caleones. It wasn't as bad. I think the pacing was bad. That's what it really hurt the conference. But the games did speak. Last of Us looked great. Ghost of Tsushima looks great. Spider-Man looks really good. But I still don't know what Death Stranding is, so I'm not excited about that game at all. And then the reveals that Sony did, the small reveals, Resident Evil 2 and Control, were really exciting. But then Microsoft, they also show a lot of stuff that I think would make Xbox fan excited, like Gears of War, Halo. So that was really good for them to show those games and tell to your core audience, we're here to stay. Look at the studios that we're investing. And then they had a lot of third-party reveals. But all those third-party reveals that we saw it starting were nothing like, mind-blowing. We all knew a lot of those third-party reveals. So it is what it is. But it's starting, guys. Let's kick it off Nintendo style. Let me take the mute away from this so you guys can listen to the stream with us. First trailer. That like a Son of Enders game? I'll be crazy if that's a Son of Enders game, Caleones. You said that there was some Konami announcements. Could this be Son of Enders, Caleones?
Yes, there were going to be, I believe, two of them, or two games coming out. But if it turns out to be like that, is it going to be an exclusive game or
no?
Just
Demon Ex Machina. Who did that game? Ex Machina. Who was the studio? No, it's a new studio. It looks interesting. That was a good trailer. I think that was a good looking game.
Okay, that's gonna be a 2019 game. Marvelous Studios.
I think I'm a little bit ahead of you, Caleones. Let me put a quick pause.
Yeah, just do a quick pause and.
Whoa, 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 whoa. This is Xenoblade. It's a prequel, the DLC. Ooh. New worlds and everything? Woo! Now I'm getting hyped.
When we launched Nintendo,
it looks like it's gonna be a pretty big
DLC. Yeah, it looks like
September 2018. So
2 detachable Joy-Con controllers, countless play possibilities. From day one, all of you have shown the world what that means. Whether playing at home or on the go, from low to on high. Where will Nintendo Switch take you next? To a smashing invitational cheered by fans and challengers? Or on a journey?
Yo, Cool Drummer, thank you for joining us. No Midnight, Toys and More Club, thank you for joining us, guys.
Catch them all.
That Xenoblade trailer was hot! First thing that I got pumped the whole freaking E3 right now. Oh, that's Animal Crossing.
We showed you Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. A brand new Pokemon adventure through the vibrant Kanto region.
See,
where your partner,
this would have hit harder, Caleones, if it would have been
always
today.
By your side. Add the
I don't know. I feel like Animal Crossing might be a 2019 title.
As you like.
No, I'm just saying Pokemon. It should have been announced today.
First time in the series,
and that would have hit harder. I'm just saying. The E3 conference would have been like, oh my god.
You can even transfer Pokemon into the game from Pokemon.
Yeah, but I mean they've always done like that. Pokemon Company, they always have. They make announcements outside of E3, never at E3.
With Pokemon Let's Go
Nintendo needs to whip him.
Or play the entire game with it alone. You can put a Pokemon into the Pokeball Plus.
Hey, Nintendo ain't doing shit to them. They bring a lot of money.
Sounds like there's already one inside. It's the mythical Pokemon Mew. Mew comes exclusive with every Pokeball Plus.
Fuck!
Join you on your journey.
Ah, damn it! Pokemon I'm gonna have to buy the damn ball.
Pokemon Let's Go Eevee.
Oh, sorry about the cursing, guys.
Damn it! On November 16th.
Damn it!
Discover new friends and challenges as you explore this mysterious and enchanting world. Wherever you go.
Yeah, until your daughter gets like older, and then you gotta buy 2 of them.
Now, let's check out something else we can't wait to show.
God damn it, Nintendo, I hate you.
Okay, you ready for this?
All right.
He's desperate.
Don't even think about it. All or nothing.
Mario Party.
Yes!
Hey,
Ray, what's up?
What are y'all doing? Come play. Okay.
Gotta change it up though.
That's gonna go too fast. Let's do it this way.
Okay, I keep saying that they should do a Mario Party game where you lay down the screen and you can put like a board around it and.
Oh, game on.
Hey.
Okay.
They're kind of doing it right now.
Oh.
Really? Come on.
That's an interesting way to play the game. For people who have 2 Switches.
Are you guys ready to do this?
That's an insight.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
One more. One more.
We should do one more. Rematch.
I've never been a fan of Mario Party. I know my son is, but you know, it looks like they're doing some innovating stuff. So it's something newer for people who like that game.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I look weird. Where are you right now, Caleones?
Yeah, I want to know how many games are gonna be included in it.
Where are you right now, Caleones?
It's Super Mario Party logo, October 5,
Okay,
2018.
so I need to pause it.
From the goddess. A gift.
And starting on the the map.
Now,
Yeah, I
the
stopped
goddess
there. I'm still
watches
ahead of
over
you, I
the
think, but
world.
I think that's
Okay.
Fire Emblem, right?
As
It
the
has to be.
mother of all life,
I mean,
the arbiter of every soul.
Yep.
Go ahead, give me orders. It's time to measure your worth as an instructor. Such a brutal, irrational world we live in. Some believe the crests, tokens of the goddess's power, are necessary to maintain order. But they're wrong, teacher.
you were a Final Fantasy Tactics fan.
You're to blame.
Not that much. I've never been into much tactics games, honestly. But I don't know if I'm willing to give the chance to this game. It's about time, Caleones. You know, since I'm not a huge fan of Fire Emblem, do I have the time to play it? But it looks interesting. Seems like they're rechanging the way you fight, which is good. Maybe it's like a soft reboot again. Nintendo's been doing a lot of changing up their franchises with the Switch, which makes sense. And this game could be good, dude.
Do you dare to walk this path with me? One misstep, and we fall to our ruin. So take your first step. It's now or never.
Now, I will say is having a Fire Emblem in the Switch, this graphics
I will return
looks way
someday,
better, looks more
teacher.
interesting. I never liked the Fire
Promise
Emblem
me
games on the
you
Switch
won't forget
because the
me.
graphics are just look scrappy.
You're being on the 3DS.
3DS, sorry, on the 3DS.
On the DS.
So spring, they said spring, right?
Yeah, so
spring of this year, they said.
what should be like January 20?
But did they say spring of next year? There's Fortnite. Finally.
Fortnite.
The how you call it? The biggest rumor that everybody knew it was true.
Yeah. The biggest kept secret.
So, Caleones, did you saw the date for Fire Emblem? I didn't write it.
No, it was January 2019. No specific date, but I assume it's gonna be
January again?
January 2019. You know how packed that month already is.
I mean, that's messed up.
When is it available? When is it available?
I can't wait to drop off the battle bus
Today!
and meet some of you on the battlefield in Fortnite. And
Okay,
on Nintendo
guys.
Switch, you can have the complete battle
People in the
royale
chat, let us
experience,
know when
whether
the game
playing
is
together
available on the
online
eShop
with
so everybody
friends
can
in the
start
same
downloading it.
room or around the world.
I don't know why you're excited
Available
so much for that
10
game.
a.m.
Everybody
Pacific
has it.
Time.
Again,
Nintendo Switch,
that game is a
full
whore.
console
Everybody
where you can
takes a
access
pass.
the full range of
But
games
it's
content,
systems. It
including
sells
a
systems.
wealth of groundbreaking games from our independent development. Your support for indie games on Nintendo Switch has been inspiring. And to all of you, as well as all of the developers behind these rich and varied experiences, from all of us here at Nintendo, thank you. Let's pull back the curtain on a few more, including two we're showing for the first time. Here
Did Reggie did this from his
Aspiring
house?
chefs, ready your cleavers, pots, and cutting boards in Overcooked 2, a sequel that's brimming
Hey,
with more
there's
recipes,
one of the
characters,
uh,
kitchens,
Remember
White Knuckle Man.
that list? That
Prepare
leak?
for the ultimate
Yes.
cook-off with new features like the ability
So
to
Overcooked 2.
ingredients.
And this one should be day to day with all the citizens as
And
well.
with Nintendo Switch, the opportunity to bake, barbecue, or broil with another player in wireless, local, and online play. Save the world from clumsy cooking when Team 17's frantic food juggler arrives August 7th.
Okay, wireless
On a
local,
snail,
that's very
board
important.
berries, or wipe
And
out
Switch
the
should be
enemy's
using it
queen to
more.
claim victory in Killer Queen Black. Redesigned from the ground up.
Okay,
Liquid
Killer
Bit
Queen Black. This is
and
another
Multiplayer
one.
Games
It's
acclaimed
never been on
arcade
consoles. It's always been on
extravaganza that
arcades.
became a multiplayer phenomenon
Killer
is
what?
coming to
Queen
Nintendo
Black?
Switch.
Yeah,
And
Killer
for the
Queen
first
Black.
time on
That was part of
console,
the list too,
two
right?
teams of up to 4
Yes.
each can square off an exciting battle. Play it first on Nintendo Switch
Not my type of game.
later this year. And finally,
2018.
venture through the mysterious subterranean landscapes of a vast, forgotten kingdom in Teen Cherry's Hollow Knight.
This looks interesting.
Action adventure.
Finally, we're gonna get a
filled with
release
gripping
date for Hollow
combat
Knight.
and haunting scenes. Hand-drawn characters and sublime scenery abound in this sweeping platformer that offers endless hours of intricate exploration. We revealed earlier this year Hollow Knight was coming to Nintendo Switch. And I'm pleased to announce that the game, packed with all the previous downloadable content, is available on the Nintendo eShop starting today. These are just a few of the terrific indie games you can play in the months ahead. After this presentation, stay tuned for Nintendo Treehouse Live, streaming right from the E3 show floor, where our Nintendo game experts will give you a closer look at some of these games and more. And I personally cannot wait to watch as intrepid challengers test their mettle in our Splatoon 2 World Championship and
Our
Super Smash
championship was
Brothers
better.
Invitational 2018. The action starts immediately following.
Yeah, we had a fun time.
Before we move on, I have an important update on a game I know fans have been looking forward to. Octopath
Okay.
Traveler from Square Enix.
On the Smash Brothers tournament, it's gonna be Zelda Williams, Robin Williams' daughter.
Download a brand new demo
She's gonna be part of it.
game from the Nintendo eShop in June. Now, let's take another action-packed look at some more experiences coming soon to Nintendo Switch.
Okay,
It's
trailers
like
again.
montage time.
Okay, we saw this one. That was a great video.
I can't follow. I'm gonna call it montage.
Okay, I already signed up for beta for Arena of Valor, so hopefully I'll.
Yeah, the Donkey Kong. Yeah. Dragon Ball Z, that's the other one. There was rumor, remember? It's coming.
Yeah, fighters.
Yep. Am I still ahead of you, Caleones?
By like 2-3 seconds. Ninjala, that's pretty good.
Paladins, there it is, Paladins.
Okay, yeah. Arc, Paladins.
Am I still
Yeah,
ahead of you, Caleones?
Yeah, but this one just came out. Shelter, yeah, Dark Souls Remasters. Still summer. They haven't set the release
Monster
date for
Hunter
Dark Souls.
Generations, there you go. Okay. Wolfenstein. It's hard to keep track, but ooh, there it is. The World Ends With You, the remake. Mega Man 11, October 2nd. I mean, if you're a Nintendo fan, I know that a lot of those games are on other platforms,
Yeah.
but you should be happy you're getting all this support, in my opinion.
Yeah, going back, the Mega Man 11 game looks great.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, Kyoto, Japan, Nintendo Development Center.
I hope you enjoyed what you've seen. Recently, it's been nice to see people pull their Nintendo Switch systems from their bags to play, even when they have only a little bit of free time. Every time I see that, I can't help but smile. At Nintendo, we approach development with the goal of delivering new and unique games to surprise people all over the world, and we're thankful for the many publishing partners also making games for Nintendo Switch. Today, we share just a small portion of what we're currently working on. We hope you will look forward to what's coming next on Nintendo Switch. Now, it's time to share information on a certain title. I'll turn it over to someone I think you know.
There you go. Smash time. Oh, am I ahead of you?
Well,
Today,
logo,
I'd like to
introduction,
introduce the new Super Smash Bros. Game
and
for the
Masahiro Sakurai.
Nintendo Switch.
Okay, I paused it again.
As
Hopefully,
you may know,
I'm
Super
close
Smash
enough to you.
Bros. Is an action game about smashing beloved game characters off the screen.
The end.
Many fighters have appeared in this series. I'm sure you're all eager to find out who will be joining the roster this time. So we made a video to showcase some fighters appearing in the game. The number next to each fighter signifies the order in which they joined the Super Smash Bros. Series.
Okay.
Please take a look.
Come on. Shulk, you need to stay or I'm not buying your game.
Okay, so it's time. It's time. Let's see.
Well, Mario has to be the first one. We understand that. It's all good. Everybody knows Mario's there. Okay. Samus.
Okay, now is when everybody's crossing their fingers.
I think they're showing the originals right now, Caleones.
Yeah, but they're jumping numbers.
Oh, Link. There's a Breath of the Wild Link. Which is fine. I like Breath of the Wild Link. I like his new tunic. Honestly, I got used to it. Fox and Falco, classic. Marth, classic. Of course. Zelda, classic. The Villager. No, that's not classic, but whatever. Mewtwo and Meta Knight, that's classic. Sonic's still there. He's still hanging around, Caleones.
Yeah.
Peach. Pikachu! Still classic. Another classic. Oh, the Ice Climbers are back. A lot of people are going to be happy.
I want to know how high the number is going to get.
There you go. Inkling. The Inklings.
Number 64.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank God they didn't use number 69. Zero. If the Wii Fit trainer is there, you better have freaking Shulk. Where's Shulk? I'm getting pissed right now. Ryu. Ryu's still there? That means Shulk has to be there if you have Ryu there still. Cloud is still there, Caleones. Nice. So Shulk has to be there. Snake is back, dude. Oh, I think... Oh, they're putting... Everyone is here. They're saying everybody's here. Every character ever that they've done is in this match. Oh my God. This is going to be the biggest match of all time, Caleones.
Okay, so... But are they going to add more? I mean, of course, now I'm making greedy. Not only do I want every single
they
one
just
of them.
showed Bayonetta, so everybody, they said it. Everybody's here, so I'm guessing Choke is safe. I only want to Choke.
You just want to see him, though.
I want to see him, but I don't know if he's that important of a character for Nintendo, honestly, but, you know, it is what it is. Toon Link. Yeah, they're showing everybody. Young Link. Oh, they had a Young Link, too. Even the Mii Brawlers, Gunners, and everything. Oh, there's Little Mac. Pac-Man is there, too. And there it is. There it is. There it is.
So you're going to be getting it.
I will be getting it. It's all good. The Choke is safe. Oh, Smash Bros. Ultimate is the name. Oh, nice.
They are all here. They are all here. That's going to be a pretty cool wallpaper to have.
Yeah, there's Shulk right there next to Pac-Man. I'm good.
That's right. Every fighter in Super Smash Bros. History is joining the battle. Indeed, absolutely every Super Smash Bros. Fighter ever is in this game, whether they were originally DLC or only appeared once in the past. We believe that's what players want, so we made the impossible possible. Any way you slice it, this one has the most Smash for your buck. Simply put, this is the biggest crossover.
Yeah, they're like, we're not sure who to include, and so we can keep everyone happy. So let's just add everyone.
So, your starting roster may be as small as the original Nintendo 64 game. We've streamlined the conditions for unlocking fighters, and we want to make the process interesting, so it feels like you're constantly recruiting popular characters to your side.
Oh, you have to open them up.
Battles are
Damn it, I'm gonna have to play a little bit until I get choke.
See what happens when you
Wait, we're gonna be playing it here on our channel, anyways.
I start using Link. Fighter.
Well, when is the release date?
Certain fighters by highlighting how they've changed since their last appearance.
Oh, they're talking about how they changed the fighters.
Mario's still easy to use, but we did add a little something for someone from his latest adventure.
Cappy.
He can also wear his wedding and builder outfit.
Cappy's here.
Link dons his champion's tunic from The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. His bombs are now remotely detonated, and his final smash unleashes ancient arrows.
Ooh.
He can also wear Link's familiar tunic of the wild. Although it's been a while, the 2-in-1 fighter, the
Ice Climbers.
back.
A lot of people who know how to handle those
Work
two
together with Nana.
are really
Once she's
experts in
gone,
the
you're
game.
Serious trouble.
Caleones. That's why a lot of people thought they never would see the Ice Climbers, because if you know how to use them, they give you a big advantage.
Along with his look from Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. Now you can use both versions for the first time. The two different versions are even voiced a little differently.
Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself.
We now have the female version of Pikachu, complete with a heart-shaped tail. Did you notice Pikachu Libre is a girl?
Okay.
Fox's design is now based on Star Fox Zero, and his final smash received an overhaul.
Star Fox Zero, is that the last game that was like a bad game, a bomb? They should have not used that then.
Falco's final smash features an
Well, unless that's
unorthodox
probably the
shot
same design that they're
more
using
unwieldy
for
than
Starlink.
Fox's. Either way, the Landmaster has been retired. In one-on-one fights, Ryu will always face his opponents, just like in his original game appearance. It's a small touch that reduces accidental command input. Charge moves, like Samus's charge shot, can now power up in midair. You can cancel with jump or dodge, but you'll be open to attack. Marth's dancing blade is faster, and it's easier to unleash one after another. This holds true for Roy and Lucina too. In addition, Marth is now fully voiced in English.
Keep your eyes open.
Snake.
Backed by popular demand, veteran fighter Snake is sneaking back into the fray. It's been 10 years since his last appearance in the series, so we can finally make some new dream matches come true. Of course, Shadow Moses.
I was kind of hoping that Snake being back would mean that we were getting like a Metal Gear game, but yeah, it's just to have all the fighters.
Basically a cage fight where he unleashes missiles and a jet hammer. Pichu is also returning from Super Smash Bros. Melee. Its electric shock still damages itself too, so be careful.
We wanna use Pichu.
In The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, Zelda is more into research than fighting, so her design is from The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds.
Oh, nice.
Zelda is much more elegant and regal than our other fighters, but we made sure you wouldn't underestimate energetic attacks. Her final smash is a ceiling move called Triforce of Wisdom. Sonic's final smash, Super Sonic, is more souped up than ever. Either you're too slow, or he's lightning fast.
Maybe they can finally make him a better fighter. Sonic, I don't like using Sonic at all.
This time around. Looping her on the stage sounds just like Pac-Man, don't you think? Pokemon Trainer is back with Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard.
Nice.
You can change Pokemon during battle, and this time there's no penalty for sticking with one, so feel free to pick your main. Also, you can play as a female trainer for the first time. Some fighters, like Captain Falcon, trigger a dramatic slow-mo effect on strong attacks in one-on-one fights. And of course, his hazardous Big Blue stage is making a return.
I think, Caleones, they're going to put every stage
Just
too.
like before, you can play as Cloud in his Final Fantasy VII costume.
Wait, that's going to be a lot of content.
The question I think that you're going to have is, are they going to add new characters, or are they just making the ultimate Smash to include everything in history of Smash? You see what I'm saying? Which means that a lot of people may find that disappointing, to clarify, Caleones, objectively, because they want to see new characters too. That is the exciting part of Smash, revealing those new characters, right? So hopefully they'll have some new characters too.
I really know why you're saying it, because I know who you're trying to imply to make it on there.
Well, of course, Rex or Mithra and Pyra. I know, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying, you know that's true, that the exciting part of Smash was revealing the characters little by little, the new ones. People may find that disappointing. I'm just saying.
All of Mr. Game & Watch.
Yeah, but I believe Bill Trennan said something about them showing like 80% of Smash during E3, and they were still going to have surprises after E3 until the game releases.
Okay, we shall see. I'm hopefully wrong, Caleones. I'm just saying. It sounds like this one is like Smash Ultimate means, oh, we're putting everything that we've done ever in Smash there.
And each of his moves have received a significant upgrade.
Which makes sense too, Caleones, because the game, that's why it came so fast. They're using the Wii U engine, and they're just transferring everything into the new engine, right? So that's why the game is being developed so fast.
The more fighters we have.
Yeah, and that's what we said. Like, if the game were to come out in 2017 or 2018, it was because they were using the same engine, not a new one.
Require repeated button presses to toggle Monado art. But now you can choose a specific one with button press.
Ooh, nice! I can switch faster. That was the bad part about Shulk trying to switch between the Monado arts.
We also added Fiora to his final.
Woo! Yeah, Fiora! Woo! Okay, go ahead, Caleones. Sorry about that.
Again, returning to his popular design from the Legend
and now you're going to be asking for a Xenoblade Chronicles Remastered for Switch.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Maybe that's for next year's E3, since they announced the DLC this year. So.
Tweaked a bit. There are 3 types: Brawler, Sword Fighter, and Gunner.
Oh, they've taken a lot of time for Smash, Caleones.
And you can now choose from 12 voice options.
Yeah, we're at the half-hour point right now.
This was 45 minutes, correct?
Well, that was what was implied. So they separated a 45-minute slot, so it could be anything smaller than 45 or less than 45.
I mean, this is nice. I mean, they're extending the Switch presentation for Smash. But I believe, Caleones, that with the initial trailer should have been enough, and then they could have left this portion of it, you know, when they're explaining how different the characters are, to like a treehouse. You see what I'm saying?
Don't worry.
So
yeah, but then again, you know how big Smash is, and not only are they doing it to sell copies, but also because of esports and all of that.
I know that, Caleones, but they're taking away from other announcements, and again, they're just beefing up, knowing that maybe they don't have as much to announce this year. That's what I'm saying.
It seems we have a guest. Rodan appears as an assist trophy. Warrior's final smash, Warrior Man, has changed quite a bit. After transforming, he no longer uses individual attacks to get the job done. Donkey Kong's final smash is all rapid-fire punches, like Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. You'll notice that he and other fighters have expressive new facial animation. Little Mac's final smash is now a rush of blows from Giga Mac. In fact, all final smash moves in the game get right to the punch. Ness's new final smash calls on Paula and Pooh. Of course, Jeff still shows up as an assist trophy. Likewise, Lucas's final smash features Kumatora and Boney. At first glance, Wii Fit Trainer seems the same, but her face has a new look. I wavered a bit on whether to change it, but it was a request from the Wii Fit developers. We've included all the hazards from both versions of Mega Man Stage from Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and Nintendo 3DS.
Okay, so you heard of that about the Wii Fit developers wanting them to change the face? Maybe that means that they have a new Wii Fit game coming, and they want the design to be the same between the characters.
Palutena's special attacks have been streamlined this time
No one
around,
cares, gotta be honest.
and her down special is now both a counter and a deflector. Rob has a new gauge on his chassis, showing how much fuel he has left for hovering. Notice the epsilon
Okay,
symbols next
now
to
it's starting to
the
drag Caleones, I'm sorry.
Each of these fighters are based on another fighter in the game.
Yeah,
Treated
until they
these
say
fighters
new fighter and they
disciples
show
call them Echo Fighters.
Mitra Empire.
Allow me to introduce a brand new Echo Fighter.
Really?
Daisy joins the roster as Peach's Echo Fighter. She fights in a similar manner as Peach, but they have different characteristics, which we hope you'll enjoy.
Oh, there's Echo Fighter. It's just like
Have
the
fun playing as your favorite
how you call it,
princess.
the counterpart?
Reskin?
Yeah, reskin. Yeah.
All in all, if you add up the changes we're making, there could be tens of thousands. I hope you're looking forward to some serious matchups. And here's a new fighter.
Here we go. New fighter. Oh, Inkling. Yeah. Whatever.
Inkling is a completely new addition to the roster.
Yeah.
If you ink opponents, they'll
Yay.
take more damage from attacks. Different weapons are available as smash attacks.
See, Cool
or
Drummer's
special
right.
attacks.
They're losing him.
Splatter shot, flat bomb, flat roller, and the final smash, Killer Whale. You can actually run out of ink, so it's important to refill by pressing the B button while shielding. Inkling Boy also debuts alongside Inkling Girl. Inklings are very fashionable. All 8 have their own outfits. And each has their own ink color, so matches get really bright. By the way, we added in the Squid Sisters as an assist.
Yeah, that's going to be
During their live
very
broadcast,
demanding on the
camera
physics of the
zooms
game.
in for a close-up. That means it's easier to get knocked off the screen. While we're on the topic of assist trophies, let me share
Okay.
some additional information. As you may know, assist trophies lend helpful support in battles. You can KO assist trophies by inflicting damage, and now you get points for it too. However, some assist trophies will remain unbeatable. Maybe an unexpected guest will photobomb your battle.
Ricky! Hero Pon!
Yep, it's him. There's a wide variety. More than 50 of them appear in the game. Of course, we're also adding even more Pokemon and items. We can't wait to show you.
Oh, God.
There are a variety of stages available in this game as well, including a massive list of returning stages.
Yeah.
If you get a group together to play,
Well,
it'll be a challenge to hit
Do
them
you
all.
think there's going to be any other games
The
shown after
graphics
this
have
one?
been improved as well. Let's get a look at some stages from various games. All stages now have both Battlefield and Omega forms too. These versions hover above an abyss. Their sizes and terrain are all the same, so savor the simplicity with music and background of your favorite series. Let's take a sneak peek at the new and returning techniques you can pull off during battles. The directional air dodge enhances mobility.
Okay, so we're already at 38 minutes.
It can come in handy when recovering from a fall.
So I'm a little bit skeptical on if we're gonna see anything else
If you
after.
dodge too much, even on the ground, you'll be wide open to attack, and your duration of intangibility gets shorter.
This E3 has been really disappointing, Caleones. I'm sorry.
You can execute short hop attacks by pressing the A button and jump at any time.
I'll say right now, Microsoft won. And I'm not saying their conference was like, oh my god.
A and B buttons, just like the previous game.
It's like by
Perfect
default.
shield occurs when you release the shield button.
Yeah, in honesty, everybody sucked.
Until now,
But
you were able to pull it
Microsoft
off
had the
without
most
any major
reveals, so
risk.
you have to give it to
Going
them.
forward, you'll need to time it carefully.
I mean, Nintendo didn't do a bad job. It's just this is taking too long,
For
and
one-on-one
you expect
battles,
more than this.
damage dealt will now be greater than in battles with higher numbers of players. This should help ensure that the action is well paced. In a timed battle, the fighter in the lead will sometimes flash with light. Better do something, or no victory pose for you. We've got something special for your playing pleasure in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
The famous GameCube controller.
Nintendo GameCube controllers can be used in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. For many of you, it just isn't the same without them. Not to mention, all Super Smash Bros. Series amiibo figures are compatible this time as well. In fact, all fighters' current amiibo figures will be supported, even if they're from a different series. Tap a compatible amiibo figure to add in a figure player, or FP, and level up. Your FP data from previous titles can be transferred. We hope you're as excited as we are. Our staff will continue working hard until the game releases. We really appreciate your support. We've made including every single fighter ever our #1 goal, so I'm kind of hoping you aren't expecting too many new challengers. However, we do have one more announcement. Please, take a look.
See, he said I don't expect too many new challengers, but they're gonna have like a couple maybe. That's probably Ripley from Metroid. Finally, they got it in. Yep. After 20 years, Ridley finally makes it to Smash. People asking for it. It was one of the most requested characters of all time, Caleones.
Okay, so I'm guessing we could have gone from the trailer to this reveal and kind of like skip how the game works, but yeah, I mean, a lot of people are going to be happy with this one.
I mean, whoever says that Nintendo won E3 is just a fanboy. Sorry, Caleones. December 7? After Black Friday? Nintendo. You're killing me right now, Smalls.
Good morning, everyone.
And it's over,
welcome to
Caleones.
Nintendo Treehouse Live
Yeah.
from the Los Angeles Convention Center at E3.
Let's see.
皆さんおはようございます。ロサンゼルスの E3 会場の Nintendo Treehouse Live の配信へようこそ。I'd like to say thank you to everyone around
Anyway,
the world
so that-
for tuning
I'll
in to our
lower the
Nintendo
volume so we
Direct,
can
as
speak
well
about
as our
how we
fans
feel
in
about the
Japan.
direct.
全世界の皆さんが Nintendo Direct.
Okay, and everybody in the chat, you guys like it? You guys are feeling it? Is your bodies ready?
You know, I'm gonna guess that Nintendo probably closed Retro Studios and didn't tell anybody. I mean, that's my guess. I mean, it's almost 5 years since they've done anything. We haven't seen a glimpse of anything at all, so they're probably closed.
Anyway, let's start with this, Caleones. I say compared to last year, this is also one of the weakest Nintendo's directs on E3. So, but let me try to be more positive. Okay. The conference starts up and they show Demon X Machina. Looks cool. Gave me a vibe of Zone of Enders. Zone of Enders is a cool game. If you guys don't know, that's a PlayStation 2 era game. Really cool game. I may buy it. I think I was interested enough that I would buy it, Caleones. I think that was good.
Yeah, it was a good surprise. I mean, something we weren't expecting. We don't know much about it, but based on the gameplay and the action, I mean, it looks like something I would like to play.
Yep. Next, they show the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 DLC. I admit this is the most hype moment for me in this whole conference. They show that they're gonna. It looks like it's gonna be big DLC, Caleones. It's not just gonna be. Cool Drummer is saying it was a little bit disappointing. I understand, Cool Drummer. I'm in the same boat right now. But Xenoblade Chronicles 2 DLC looks big, looks beefy. And if the rumors are true that you're going to have like Shulk as a Blade character, I think that's going to be really cool. We shall see. But this was the most, I believe, and this is how bad E3 has been for me. This has been the most hype moment for me in E3 that I wasn't expecting, I guess you can put it that way. Next, we had the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. They explained the functions of that game. Again, that this would have been bigger impact if they would have shown it today at E3. Nintendo needs to reel the Pokemon company saying, you do what we do and what we say. But anyway, I think the biggest surprise is the Mew is going to be in the game, but it's going to be exclusive to the damn Pokeball. But anyway, I digress. Well, anyway, I'm going fast, and I apologize. I haven't given a chance to Caleones to speak. So, Caleones, let's go back to Xenoblade Chronicles 2 DLC. Any thoughts on that?
No, I mean, like you said, it looks like a pretty sizable I mean, content. Like the story, yes, it is 500 years before the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 game, but I mean, you touch a little of the of what happens before, based on the character conversation, things like that, but you don't really go there, of course. But yes, you're gonna be able to go through everything that happens. And it seems like it's not going to be a short. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a good amount of hours for it. So it's, I think the expansion is what, $30.
Yep.
So it seems like it's going to be a good investment for it.
20, I think it's 20, Caleones. But hey, Evans, I know you're in school. Thank you for joining us in school today in June. That's too bad, my friend. Anyway, going down, what do you thought about the Pokemon announcement with the Pokeball Mew being exclusive to the Pokeball?
Well, they did mention something like that on the trailer, saying that there was going to be an exclusive, but by it, I don't know, like, I'm pretty sure at some point there may be make it available for somebody, or if you allow trading and things like that, maybe you'll be able to obtain it some other way. I was already sold on the game anyways, and it's actually gotten me to start playing Pokemon Go again, so I can get a head start on capturing some of the Pokemons that you will be able to transfer over. So, but yeah, like I said, I was already sold.
Okay. Next announcement was Mario Party for the Switch. No surprise. It was a new announcement, at least. This is something new. Looks cool, Caleones. I mean, it looks like they're trying to reinvent the mini games. I'm not a fan. so I'm not excited about this. But for people who like Mario Party, this could be something really innovative. We shall see, Caleones. What you thought about Mario Party?
I've been saying it for a while. Mario Party, it is a great game to have on the Switch. I like how you were able to use two Nintendo Switch systems, like put them together side by side or different angles to play certain games. So like you said, they're trying to innovate and do more things with it. But yeah, it's just another party game. Hopefully, it'll have a good amount of, I guess, a good amount of mini games in it.
Okay. Next one was Fire Emblem Three Houses. January of 2019, which is crazy. I don't know how many games are coming the first quarter of next year. But Fire Emblem looks cool, Caleones. I think that it looked better. Looks more interesting for me. Again, I wasn't a fan of the 3DS games because they look rough. And, I believe a graphical overhaul in this game will do wonders for it, Caleones. So it looks way better. What you thought? Oh, and this battle system seems to change, so it looks a little bit more streamlined, which I'll see how streamlined they're making it. But what do you think about Fire Emblem, the new Fire Emblem game?
And well, it's been a long time coming. It was already announced last year. They said it was going to be a 2018 title. It's not going to quite make it to 2018. It's going to be a 2019 release in January. But it is, it is a strategy game different than the Mario & Rabbids type game and a genre that is missing on the system. So, that's another one that, of course, is going to go on my library.
Okay. Next one, of course, Fortnite. Caleones, your hype moment. I don't get it why, but your hype moment of the conference that I saw you jumping out of your seat. Fortnite. Any thoughts of it?
Well, you know that we already have the Fortnite Fridays, and this is going to make it even easier for all of us to party up and play together. They did show that the download will be available at 10 a.m. So I'm guessing it's 10 a.m. Pacific, which is their local time. So that means it'll be 1 p.m. Eastern time when the download will be available. For everybody that's interested in downloading it, try to make it there first because I'm pretty sure the eShop is gonna it's gonna be clogged. It's gonna die. It's gonna be hard, or it's gonna take a long time to download it. But yes, very exciting.
So Toys and More Club just mentioned no voice chat. Honest, I don't know if that's official or whatever, but that's a struggle with Nintendo and multiplayer games. But we shall see. Hey, sometimes no voice chat is better. I muted everybody when I was playing The Last of Us multiplayer consistently. I don't like to hear people. Anyway, to me, everybody's an NPC when I'm playing online. Anybody? Okay, after that, Caleones, Overcooked 2. Cool. It's an indie game, which is fine. Nintendo's been doing good with indie games. Then they show Killer Queen Black, and then they show Hollow Knight. All the deal. That was the 3 indie games. But it was a little bit, let me put it this way. It was a little bit underwhelming. In the indie games has been carrying the Switch. And they've done a really good job in being something really important for the ecosystem of the Switch. Why just show 3 indie games? Why wouldn't you increase your direct and spotlight a couple more indies? Stuff that like Golf Story. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that is, and I'm not saying Golf Story itself. I'm just saying as an example, like a game like Golf Story, where you can bring eyeballs to those games and make people take notice. Oh, look at this game, or look at this game. You see what I'm saying, Caleones? So I felt. So here's what I'm saying. That what I'm comparing it to. When PlayStation was being accused of, they're only showing indies, it was because they would take a good portion, a good 20 minutes in the conference, and then just show good indies going through all the big games that were coming in the indie side of it. Nintendo is in that boat right now, Caleones. Why wouldn't they give a little bit more spotlight to the indie games? That was my ding on this direct. But anyway, your thoughts on the 3 indie games that they announced?
Well, they had shown me. I mean, I guess the world ends with you.
No. I'm talking about the indie games. I haven't gone to the.
So we finally.
Overcooked,
So we finally got the release date for. Yeah, Killer Queen Black. That's was rumored already. It was one of the leaks, so it did prove to be true. Like I said, it is one of the arcade games that has never been in console, so it'll probably be coming over to consoles. It looks like I mean a pretty good action or fighting party game, and I believe it's up to either 8 or 10 people, depending on if how they're going to do it. But that was a good reveal. Hollow Knight, we finally got a release date for Hollow Knight, so that was another one, and it's today when the game will be available. So it's I mean it was good. And Killer Queen Black, I believe that's one of the games that's going to need more. It's going to need people need to see it more, and Nintendo need to push it a little bit more so people understand how the game is. Because it's a little complicated to explain it.
And what were your thoughts of what I explained about the indies and that needed to have a little bit more showing of indies in this conference?
They're probably just gonna save it to like because Nintendo likes to do
Nindies.
the indies. Yeah, so they're probably saving it because they maybe felt like certain indie games are gonna get lost on this presentation, so they just want to do it on a separate one just to make sure that they get their share of the spotlight and not be overshadowed by Smash and other games.
Okay. Next, they announced the Octopath Traveler demo, June 14. You guys can get that in 2 days. It's a new demo, so if you're interested. Then, of course, they have the big montage where they show a lot of games. I couldn't keep up to write them all down here, so I apologize. But they show Starlink, they show Monster Hunter, they show Mega Man 11, they show Paladins. I don't know, in your memory, Caleones, anything else that they show? Well, Wolfenstein, they show Wolfenstein.
Well, there's the other Wolfenstein game that they showed. I forgot the name. But they are saying that one of those is the SKU is on GameStop, so they feel like that new Wolfenstein game will be showing, will be coming over to the Switch. But we didn't really see that one. But as far as the I don't know, like it's hard to. I guess I feel like I still feel a little bit disappointed at certain things. I mean, for specific games, yes, reviews were good. Those first 15 minutes of the presentation were great, but until it got to Smash, I mean, it was until it dragged on with Smash, I should say.
Okay, so segue. Smash Bros was the last game shown in the conference where I thought it took too much time of the conference. It almost felt like they should have done like a direct just for Smash to explain all this, not on a Nintendo Direct, E3 Direct. You see what I'm saying? So, but Smash Ultimate, I mean, the goal was to have, and I think the rumors were correct. So another win for Emily Rogers, where she said that they wanted to put every fighter on Smash in this new Smash, and she was right. And there you go. It's called Smash Ultimate, which I'm happy, which means that my Shulk is there. But again, my concern, and Casarai, go ahead. You're muted. You're muted.
I want to say something quick, guys. Go ahead and get your Nintendo Switch ready. Fortnite is ready. It is downloading. It might take you a little while until the game downloads fully because there's going to be hundreds of thousands of people downloading it now, but Fortnite is on the eShop. It's available. Start getting the download.
Okay. But like I was saying, Sakurai did clearly state that don't expect too much new fighters, because their goal in this one is putting every fighter of all time in the game, Caleones. I do believe, and I know you said it because I wanted Rex and Mithra and Pyra, but I do believe that this will be disappointing for some people because, again, the exciting part about Smash is getting new characters reveals. But aside from that, and I'll let you, give your thoughts on that portion. But aside from that, they show how the game plays. They show the stages. They show the changes that they did. I like the changes that they did to the current characters, current rosters. So it seems like it's a well thought out game. But at the same time, when watching the graphics, I understand why the game is, coming out so fast, because they used the engine from the Wii U Smash, so there was not a big leap in graphical power, Caleones. But I think for the Switch, that's fine. I think it's more matters the gameplay in there kicking some major ass. So, but with that said, Caleones, your thoughts? Well, oh, and one more thought. To your point earlier, yes, it dragged too much. This should have been a Smash Direct, not at E3. Show more. But when you say your points, I'm gonna give my thoughts on something that I believe is happening, Caleones, and I'm writing it right now so I don't forget about it that I want to talk about. But anyway, your thoughts on Smash reveal and everything.
Okay. I believe as far as as far as Smash, we kept hearing, I mean, I've been on Twitter, I've been on, certain websites and things like that, talking to different people, and you always hear, oh, I wish, this one's going to be included. I wish this one's going to be included. Even you yourself kept saying, I mean, if Shulk is going to be back, you're going to get the game. So, I mean, that uncertainty about what characters will make it and which ones won't, it's always fun until your favorite character doesn't make it. So, but it's always fun trying to speculate which ones they're going to keep. So the announcement that every single character will be there was great. So the thing is that they could have probably just said all the characters will be back instead of just going one by one and then after like 10 minutes saying, hey, they're all going to be here. So that was one of the portions that dragged on too long, how they started the number system and showing each and every one until they finally decided to say, they're all back. So that could have saved some time on there. Then of course highlighting the like the different movesets, the worlds, the reskins of certain characters and those it dragged on as well. So that's something they should have kept to a different presentation on itself. But I believe this one would have been a better presentation. Of course, if we finally get to see Retro's game or whatever. But they had before Smash, they had like a compilation of different games that they were showing for the system, right? And it was a mix of first party games, third party games. If they could have probably done that compilation and given it a little more time to each game that they showed, because a couple of those games they only showed for like 2-3 seconds and then they were quick to the next one. Maybe if they would have made that compilation a little bit longer and made the Smash I guess the Smash segment shorter, it would have probably been more effective. Yes, people want to hear about Smash, but we already knew they were going to show Smash and they were going to have it in there, so it wasn't really a big surprise or anything except for all the rosters going to be there.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. It could have been better. Sony and Nintendo suffered this year from pacing, both of them. And honestly, hey Nintendo son, welcome down, welcome. I'll leave it for Force In Unison live when we fight off who won E3 or the positions 1, 2, and 3. But right now, feeling wise, I could care less who's second place. You could put Sony or Nintendo in second place, and you will have reasons or good points why Nintendo or Sony is on second place this year's E3, because both of them to me is equally the same. Personally, Caleones, I would give Sony the second place just because The Last of Us gameplay just look out of this world, innovative. Ghost of Tsushima graphics looks out of this world. Spider-Man gameplay looks out of this world. We knew those games were coming, but it was the first time that you were seeing The Last of Us and Ghost of Tsushima, so it was kind of like if Nintendo would have shown Metroid Prime this E3, that would have been a big boost for them because it was the first time that they were showing Metroid Prime. Aside from that, and I'm comparing lists because I wrote both lists down here. Aside from that, Sony announced Resident Evil 2. You have to give them that for them. Neo 2, you have to give them that for them. Resident Evil 2, you have to give them that for them. So they had some more new announcements than Nintendo. Now, if we go to the Nintendo list, Nintendo had the Demon X Machina, which is a new announcement. Mario Party, which is a new announcement. And everything else we knew was coming. So Nintendo itself took this E3 to show more games that we knew that were coming. But, hey, if you feel Nintendo did a better job than Sony, I'm not going to take it against you, because as a Nintendo fan myself, if I switch gears, I would say, oh, the Xenoblade Chronicles announcement, whew, we knew that was coming, but that looked fire for me. Demon X Machina looks like an interesting game. If you're a Nintendo-only fan, Mario Party, could be a game that you're like, oh my God, this is great, this is awesome, right? Fire Emblem, right, Caleones, was shown for the first time. So, again, that could be exciting for some people. Let's see what else. Overcooked 2, Fortnite being for the first time. And then, of course, the Smash, the Smash Blowout was still good. So, as a Nintendo fan, you could easily say, no, Nintendo won. Nintendo was better than Sony. And I'm fine with that. It's going to come down to preference as a gamer, because it almost feels like Sony and Nintendo really deliver for their core audience, Caleones. Not overall to say, we're going to win E3. But I'm going to leave you say those thoughts, because then I want to close out with this note that I wrote here that I think you're going to find interesting. But any thoughts on overall between Sony and Nintendo?
Okay. Well, I mean, I would be okay if you say that Nintendo plays either second place or third place when it comes to the conferences. Microsoft, yes, I'll say they won by default when it comes to showing the most games or the most reveals when it comes to certain games. When it comes to there's if you're looking at the treehouse, they're showing the amiibos are going to be releasing for Smash.
Yeah, the new amiibos.
Yes.
Yep.
But this is something that it's hard for me. Like, there's going to be new announcements at the treehouse. The only problem is the treehouse is like 3 hours long, and for you to kind of like wait in between and find out, it's hard. But if you remember, there's, I believe, 6 queues for the 3DS that appeared on GameStop system, and they said they were going to be added on there once they're announced at E3. And we haven't seen any 3DS games. All the games that we saw on the presentation were Nintendo Switch games. So Treehouse, we're going to see some of those games. Also, I want to say that Nintendo did address why Metroid Prime 4 was not shown at E3 today. And they did say that it's the game's still in development, that they're not ready to show the game. And if at this point they're not ready to show it, it means that it's going to be definitely a 2019 release. Don't expect to see it in 2018
or 2020, Caleones.
Yeah.
Okay, Caleones, Nintendo on some games, they need to show their graphical power and show a good development. Metroid Prime deserves, and you may disagree, but they deserve the type of graphics that you would see in a Naughty Dog game. And I'm not saying the same type of graphics. I'm saying as much powerful as possible with the Switch hardware, right? Nintendo cannot keep doing this kiddie type of graphics. I know the gameplays are awesome, but you still need to evolve. You need to show, because some people like me would wonder, how would Xenoblade look if it had an Xbox One X type of power in a console? You see what I'm saying, Caleones? So my expectation from Monolith Soft is that the next Monolith Soft game, the one that is a new IP that everybody is rumoring about, I expect good graphical powers. This Xenoblade, because it was a quick game that they had to build, and they already had the system in place, was more of a normal, cartoony style of game. Doesn't take away from the game. The game is awesome. The game is a masterpiece. What I'm saying is there are certain games that you need to show your graphical powers, and that's where it feels frustrating, because Retro should be showing something by now, and should be a game that is like up to par to compete with the Naughty Dogs of the world, Caleones, and that's what Retro was meant to be. And like I said on one of the Get In and Get Out Nintendo podcasts, hey, Lucas Bird Dawson, welcome. Jake Plays, welcome. If that's what I said on one of the podcasts, is are we just living in nostalgia with retro right now? Is retro really not that good anymore? And that's what we don't know yet because they haven't announced anything for so many years that this is frustrating. I'm frustrated, Caleones. Retro should have something. Retro was, to me, in the Wii era, the Naughty Dogs of PlayStation. And that's where it's so frustrating because they can do better. But I'm sorry about my rant, Caleones. Go ahead. Continue with your opinion.
No, I mean, like, I know that people feel like I'm goofing around, but I'm being serious when I say it feels like Nintendo closed down retro and they're not. I mean, they're not a company anymore. Yes, their Twitter account is active. Yes, they tweet, from every now and again we hear, the rumors and things like that. But I mean, 5 years is, or close to 5 years. Like it's been over 4 years since we've seen anything from them. That's way too long. Normally, a development of a game, unless you're working on a Breath of the Wild, is going to take long. But Breath of the Wild, at least, it was shown probably like 2 or 3 years into its development before it was finally released. And one of the reasons it was delayed, it was to make sure that it came out day to day on the Wii U and the Nintendo Switch. But at this point, no idea about retro. Maybe, I mean, it could have been that they're indeed working on Star Fox Grand Prix, and because of the leak, Nintendo decided to perhaps pull it from E3 and show it on a different day. Maybe they decided to do something like that. But the only thing I know about retro is that they really like steak and ribs because that's all that those are the pictures they put on their Twitter account. I don't know what they're working on or if they're working on anything at all. So and that's I don't know. It's first after doing the Metro Prime trilogy, we felt like maybe they were forced into working on Donkey Kong games. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, it is one of the best platforming games in the last 15, 20 years. But we felt like Retro can still do more in doing the Donkey Kong.
It's like saying, oh, Naughty Dog, go ahead and do Crash again.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's a waste of talent. Just quickly, Lucas Bird Dawson, yes, Fortnite is on the Switch. Go and download it right now. Go and play. Everybody's playing Fortnite right now on the Switch. Everybody's pumped, so go ahead. Okay, Caleones, I wanted to bring one more point that I wanted to discuss with you, right? And it's the importance of E3. As you and I, as gamer, are we giving too much importance to E3? And let me explain. Microsoft put a lot of stock in E3 because they have to. They don't have any other means to deliver their message during the year, right? Nintendo has the directs, which they deliver during the year, and they give some announcements. I'll give you an example. Imagine, Caleones, this E3 for Nintendo, if Smash Bros. Ultimate was released for the first time, not revealed in a direct before, with a small teaser trailer. No, just revealed for the first time here, with Pokemon Let's Go at the same time. Wouldn't be people losing their mind right now with the direct from Nintendo? Yeah, right? Same with Sony. Let's go back with Sony. Sony has Paris Games Week. They have Tokyo Game Show. They have PSX, which is becoming their own conference now, and then E3. Wouldn't Ghost of Tsushima being revealed for the first time on this E3 and The Last of Us, which was revealed on a PSX, on this E3 with that gameplay, wouldn't that give a huge impact for the E3 press conference for Sony, right? So
yes.
My point to all this is Microsoft needed to do the impact because this is the only show in the year that they're showing their stuff and they're in the third place. And I know right now people say, no, wait, Nintendo hasn't oversold Xbox. It will happen, people. They're on third place. So Xbox is on third place right now, not only in sales, but in the mindset of gamers, where they're struggling with exclusives and showing games. And yeah, they have the multiplats, but you buy a console, exclusives define the console, and they've been struggling really bad with a couple of 69s. Typically a 69 is great, but 69 in a Metacritic, trust me, is not that great. So my point to that is this was Microsoft. They needed to throw the hammer down this E3. And even then, Caleones, I would say even if they threw the hammer down, I didn't thought that they're like overblown Sony and Nintendo. They just did a better job showing games that there were multiplats that are coming to other consoles, but they were new releases. So to their credit, that's what they did. So my point to all this and my long rant for this is, are we giving too much stock on E3? Do we need to change our mindset next year where E3 is not that important anymore and Sony and Nintendo has found other ways to deliver their message? Or E3 still matters and that's why Microsoft put so much stock in this year's E3? Go, Caleones.
Well, I mean, we know for a fact that at least when it comes to Nintendo, E3 doesn't really matter that much. What they're using E3 is for their tournaments, so they can have the ARMS tournament or the Splatoon 2 tournament. Right now, they're gonna have the Smash Bros. Invitational with regular players and celebrities as well. So Nintendo, I'll say rightfully so, they have walked away and from E3, and I'm glad that they have, because they've had some showings that have been downright embarrassing, like the Wii Music one, and the whole, like you see that all the time when it comes to making fun of Nintendo. So the directs, they are our controlled environment. This is a way that they can control the message, but if you add the Let's Go Pikachu game, Let's Go Eevee game to this direct, then it makes it even more important. Even if you do like Microsoft, I'm pretty sure that Metroid Prime 4 has to be it's probably going to come out close to the same time that Halo 6 is going to come out for Microsoft, and development wise they're probably around the same. So they could have done maybe like a teaser trailer for Metroid this time around, like Microsoft did for Halo, because they're not ready to show Halo. That's as far as they could show, and it was maybe like a 30-second trailer. If they do that for Metroid Prime 4, Nintendo, that would make a bigger difference instead of saying that.
But you know what? I will support Nintendo in the decision not showing Prime if it wasn't ready, because then you get into the Death Stranding route, where now we've seen it 3 straight E3s, and I'm ready to like kill someone if I see it again.
No, but I'm talking about the aspect of who won E3.
Oh yeah,
and what they showed. And that's why I said that Nintendo doesn't really care about E3. Yes, they still showed some big games. They finally gave us the a proper glimpse on Fire Emblem, which is one that they had talked about from before, and they said it is coming out in 2018. So we finally saw that, even though it's January 2019, and January it's packed when it comes to Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo games. But it's it's just changing. E3 is not as big as it used to be. They opened it to the public, so it's more so about people going there and getting their hands on the games instead of being just about reveals.
Yep, I'm with you. I just, again, it just feels that way. It just feels Sony and Nintendo are not treating E3 like it used to be. So anyway, well, with that said, Caleones, I think we're ready to end it, and I think we're gonna have a even more discussion later on. As you simmer all the information in, as we find more information, and we take it down next Sunday and Saturday. We're gonna have a packed show for sure. We'll discuss more in details how we feel about things. I want to say quick to the people watching, Nintendo will continue with the Treehouse live. They are going to have more reveals during the Treehouse. We already said about there's like at least 6 3DS games that were supposed to be shown based on the leaks about the SKUs that appear on GameStop. They haven't been shown yet, so I'm expecting those to be shown during the Treehouse. Of course, we should get a bigger glimpse when it comes to Captain Toad Treasure Tracker for the 3DS, or Luigi's Mansion, for the 3DS and those. So we should get a glimpse of those as well. And maybe there's going to be even more surprises for the Switch, but do not expect Metroid Prime 4 to be shown during the Treehouse. Build Training, I already talked about that one, and Nintendo is just not ready to show it. So, maybe they'll have something else. But I still want to know about Shin Megami Tensei 5. Like, where's Shin Megami Tensei 5? That's one that it's been developed. Maybe they're gonna decide to release Persona 5 Golden
and give Shin Megami Tensei 5 more time in development. Maybe that's what's going on, or maybe they just feel like, with Fortnite releasing today, as well as Paladins, that people are going to be busy anyways, playing on the Switch. But my last question to you before you go to your last topic, or to close it out.
Close it out. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, do you feel like so far, up until today, this time right now, has Nintendo addressed two important things? One, have they justified the Nintendo Switch Online and the $20 for it? And two,
No.
do you feel like this is going to help them sell the 20 million units that they forecasted by the end of fiscal year 2018? What are your thoughts on those?
So the first one is a no. You still don't have voice chat. There's still things wrong with it. Cloud saving, being behind a paywall without a method to manually do the saving is still anti-consumer, Caleones, and I'm going to harp on Nintendo until they do something about it. But yes to the 20 million. What I mean with that, with 2 Pokemon games coming between this year and next year, and this being the Smash Ultimate, to your point that you said earlier, which was that there's a character for everybody now. Every Smash character is like I was saying, I'm not going to buy Smash if Shulk's not there. Don't worry, Shulk is there, so I'm buying Smash. Also, not being on the 3DS, it's awesome because it means that we can focus. People are going to buy the Switch version and not be split with the 3DS and the Wii U version like happened last generation or this. I don't know. Generations to me now is confusing. So I would say no to the online. They still need to do more. Caleones. Nintendo's still way behind on the online. But yes to the maybe they're going to get to the 20 million mark. I'm still skeptical, but they do have the right games to push hardware. And Pokemon and Smash will push hardware, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I guess there's some people are saying that they're going to have a Pokemon segment next. On the Treehouse. I'm not sure about that, but yeah. But like I said, guys, even though our stream is going to be over, tune into Nintendo's stream, and they're going to continue with the Treehouse.
That sounds good, Caleones. And I think with that said, it's time to end the show. But I really appreciate it. I want to thank everybody who stopped by to watch this stream with us. Yeah, I started right now, the Pokemon stream right now. So we really, really, really appreciate it. You guys coming down, watching us react. At least to Nintendo's credit, both me and Caleones had the little moment of the E3. So that's, I guess, the best review I can give Nintendo.
Well, actually, I had a bigger one when they showed Star Fox 4 Starlink.
Yeah.
That was a great surprise.
Well, yeah, but I don't care about Toys for Life. So anyway. But with that said, I want to thank everybody for coming through and watching Nintendo's E3 Direct today right here at the Force In Unison Gaming channel. Please remember to subscribe, like, and comment so you can make these two crazy MFs happy. Also remember, since everybody's a Nintendo fan here, we have a Nintendo podcast for you, Caleones, and it's called the Get In and Get Out Nintendo Podcast every Saturday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You can get that podcast on SoundCloud and iTunes for free. Rate us over there so you can show us some love. Also, 6 likes only, guys, and we've been having close to 12 people in the room. Click the like. Click that like button. Get us up there so some other people can discover us, and maybe we can grow this little channel. Also, hey, go to the description box below, Caleones, because that description box below shows the full channel schedule. On Mondays, we got PlayStation Mondays. On Wednesday, we got Streaming Wednesday, where Inkling G and Caleones stream a little bit of Splatoon for your entertainment. Of course, on Friday, may come back up. We got Toys and More Club Presents, and they could be going back into Fortnite. They got a lot of good reasons to stream this Friday, so we shall see. Of course, on Sundays, we got the Force In Unison Live podcast, where we discuss every news in the video game industry. Also, we have a Facebook page called @Force In Unison Gaming. And finally, and Dantes says finally, go to chiguerosnews.com and give some clicks and love to my boy Caleones. With all that said, thank you again for joining us. Long live Nintendo. See you guys.